Hi, I'm Michelle Sterling for Friends of Science Society. The World Economic Forum, those great globalists who know everything about how things should be done, have issued a little video showing you how you can have a greener Christmas. They're advising you to have a real tree and not a plastic tree, because a real tree supposedly has a lower carbon footprint. Now, integral to their ad is reference to this 1 trillion tree org, which is a global tree planting project of the World Economic Forum. So it kind of sounds like to me they're doing a sponsored video of sorts where they want you to cut down more trees so then they have a reason to plant more trees. And of course, we know the whole tree planting thing is associated with buying and selling carbon credits. So, you know, it's really just a big commercial, and they're not telling you how to have a greener Christmas unless they mean a greener Christmas for them and the greenbacks in their wallet. So these are the same people at the World Economic Forum who in 2006 had listed on their risks of global catastrophes, pandemic, and a global oil price shock. By 2020, they had removed both of those from the list of global risks and replaced it all with climate change, of course. But what are we experiencing now? Well, we're still going through a pandemic, and we're now going into a global oil price shock. And part of the reason why we're going into that oil price shock is that for years, many of the people and organizations associated with the World Economic Forum have been telling banks and investors to not invest in fossil fuels, because some people have divested from oil, gas, and coal. We now have an energy crisis. And why? Because no one has been investing in the long-term development of oil, natural gas, and coal. So that means these projects that take 20 to 30 years to develop an oil field, a gas field, a coal mine. These projects have been put on hold by the companies that would normally be doing the exploration and development, because people associated with the World Economic Forum and all the NGOs that are funded by all the big green philanthropies, they've been pulling their money out of the resource development companies. In fact, in Alberta, I believe it was 2016, there was a $60 billion drop in investment in the oil gas sector in Alberta. So, you can't do that kind of thing to the global economy and then go, oh my gosh, look at that. There's a global oil price shock. Well, Samuel Farfari, who's one of the people who contribute to our blog, was predicting an oil price shock probably about 3 years ago because of this very situation. So, when the people at the World Economic Forum are telling you to have a greener Christmas and that your little Christmas tree is going to affect the global carbon footprint, why don't you tell them to, well, I guess there's no polite way to say what I'd like to say, but why don't you tell everyone to just have a Merry Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas any way you want to celebrate it. And forget about the World Economic Forum, because they obviously either don't know what they're talking about, or they do know what they're talking about, and they want to see a global oil price shock. Because who do you think is going to benefit from higher oil prices? For Friends of Science Society, I'm Michelle Sterling.